Before this video begins, I would like to mention I'm aware that I promised you guys a baby and so on, the sex scenes and everything, but I'm gonna make that into all one part and then I'll upload it once I've finished it instantly. So let's get into the intro. Hi everybody, it's Oni here and today bringing you part 8 of What If Deku Married a Snake Girl. And before we get into this video, I would like to say I'll be going back to college on the Wednesday, and after that my upload schedule will be kind of wonky, but I'll try and sort to it the way I can do one video a week, so you guys can have a choice between what if you guys want to see. You can see Snake Girl or Yandere the 1 week or the week after. So I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. As we start this video off, 5 months after the UA attack, everyone who was attacked or injured during there was a little bit traumatized, but it could be helped with a little bit of therapy sessions. UA was forced to pay for it because of the amount of attention and bad news they have been getting for the past 5 months since the incident. As we cut to Izuku and Mia, both talking to their parents about the arranged marriage. As Izuku was all for it, as for Mia, she was all for it as well. As the parents decided to move the date to next week for their secret marriage that only their closest family members would know about. Izuku and Mia were both really excited about them both getting married, as Izuku grabbed both of Mia's hands as they both embraced in a loving, long kiss. As the Iroses were so happy they both were getting very much along. As that was happening, Izuku's phone started ringing. Izuku pulled it out of his pocket when he separated from Mia's long embracing kiss. He looked and saw All Might's number. Izuku and Mia haven't talked to All Might since the incident in the UA entrance exam. As Mia was wondering why Izuku pulled away, as she looked at his phone, seeing All Might's contact info popped up. As Izuku and Mia answered it, or Izuku to be more precise, picked the phone up and asked All Might, "What's up? Are you alright?" The only thing that All Might said on the phone call was saying, "Meet me at Gran Torino's place." Izuku and Mia knew where this was because they've trained with Gran Torino 5 times during the 10 months. As Izuku and Mia was just ready to getting out, Momo stopped them asking where they were going. "Oh, we're just going to All Might's place," asked Izuku. As Momo added, "Okay, just be careful then." "Okay, bye," Izuku said, save with Mia, as they both waved off at Momo. As Izuku started to pick up speed with Mia wrapped around his waist, as he said, "Fuck it, I'm using my quirk to get there faster." As Izuku used his fire manipulation at his feet to launch off faster. As they arrived at Gran Torino's place, as All Might was sat there in his skinny form, debating and muttering to himself, as Izuku and Mia walked in to see All Might in his weakened state and asking him what's matter, why is he in his weakened state, as Izuku and Mia both wondered this at the same time, as All Might replied saying, "I've only got 30 minutes left in my buff form. 1 for all is leaving me faster than what I can predict." Both Izuku and Mia nodded and she said, "So what are we doing here?" Izuku said, as Gran Torino said, "We need to train you both to become stronger than All Might in his heydays, so you can take down All for One." As Izuku said, "Alright then. So when do we start our training, Gran Torino?" As Gran Torino pointed an area on the map where he showed on his phone, as we'll be training there for the next week. Izuku said rubbing back of his head, saying, "We're actually getting married this week, so can we push it to next week? Sorry, Gran Torino." "Oh, that's okay, then we'd rather just push it to next week then." "So, who you inviting to the wedding then?" Izuku said. Really close family members." "If that's okay," Izuku said. As All Might said, "Are we invited?" "Of course you are," Izuku said. You are our mentors, of course you're allowed to come. As that day went on as normal, Izuku and Mia was just walking around the streets, both hugging each other's arms, as an explosion happened in the distance. This was Katsuki Bakugou getting most of his anger out on some little trash cans and debris because he didn't get a chance to get into UA because of those shitty villains. As Death Arms ran to him asking him to stop using his quirk illegally, as Bakugou shouted back at him telling him to shut the fuck up before he'll blow him up as well. As Bakugou got an explosion ready to fire it at him if he came closer, as Izuku used his fire manipulation and fired it at Bakugou, making Bakugou blow himself up in his face, as he was sent back 2 foot. As Death Arms was wondering why did this kid blow himself up, as Death Arms walked to Katsuki Bakugou and asked him is he alright, as Bakugou was knocked unconscious at this time, as he was rushed to a hospital room, wondering why did he blow himself up. As Death Arms got to the hospital asking if he could be put into a stretcher, as the doctors came with a stretcher to put him on, as the doctors did an MRI scan on him, realizing he got 2 fractured bones and 2 broken arms, that's all he got. As the doctors called his mother and also put him in a full body cast to make sure the bones didn't move, as Katsuki's mother came running in the room wondering where her son was, as she came in to saw him in a full bodied cast, wondering he's such a fucking idiot, why the fuck did he blow himself up again? As the doctor says, wait, what, again? Wait, this has happened before? Doctor said, yeah, it's happened a little bit too much. Since UA got attacked, Katsuki's had a mad temper tantrum, saying why couldn't he be a hero because these damn villains. It's all their fault I'm not in UA right now being the best hero ever. And that's what he basically says every day, Mitsuki said. Mitsuki said this is beyond pathetic right now. As Bakugou slowly woke up to his mother started to punch him in the head, saying, stop blowing yourself up or you won't even get into UA at all. Shut it, old hag, Bakugou said, as he was greeted with a hard punch to his cranial mass again. As the doctor says, could you please stop? But we don't want him to have more injuries, do we? Yeah, but this is the only way he'll actually learn. I've tried the other ways and it doesn't work at all, Mitsuki said. I've tried being nice to the kid, but that does absolutely nothing. His ego gets in the way every single time. Okay, then you are now excused from the hospital. As Mitsuki and Bakugou walked out of the hospital to go back home, as we cut back to Izuku and Mia 2 days after when they saw that, the Ayarozu's and Inko was planning the wedding, while Momo's mum was looking for a dress for her daughter Mia to wear at her wedding. It needed to be the most beautiful dress we've ever found. At this point, they didn't care about the price, as long as it looked good on their darling little girl. As Mrs. Ayarozu found the perfect dress for her daughter to wear, as they asked the tailors to resize this for them to fit Mia's tail. As the tailors measured Mia's tail, Mia decided to giggle a little bit in excitement, thinking she's going to marry her darling Izuku. As Mrs. Ayarozu picks up on this, asking what's wrong, as Mia replied saying, I'm just really excited, mother. I'm really giddy that I'm going to marry Izuku really soon. Okay then, sweetheart. Just save most of the energy for the ceremony, okay? Mrs. Ayarozu said, as Mia replied saying, okay mom. As the tailors came back with the dress, having it already resized thanks to someone's quirk, as Mia went into the changing rooms to try it on, as she came out, her mother gasped in excitement how beautiful she was in her wedding dress, as she replied saying, you look so beautiful, sweetheart. Izuku's definitely gonna love you for this. As they were saying that, Izuku let out a little sneeze saying, I wonder who's talking about me. As we cut back to Mia, really giddy that she's going to marry Izuku, still really giddy. At this point, she could carry an entire city for her happiness. As the day of the marriage ceremony has come, Izuku and Mia was just getting ready for the marriage ceremony to commence. Izuku was a little bit nervous, thinking he missed something, but he was completely fine. He didn't forget a thing. As Mia was still really excited and now also nervous, thinking she's going to standing in front of so many people. As Izuku's mom and Momo walked into the room, gasping on how beautiful Mia was in her wedding dress. As Izuku was just walking down the aisle with Mrs. Yaoyorozu. As he got onto the altar, music started to play. As Mia opened the door as she walked through in her beautiful dress. Most of her dress was tailing behind her with little rose petals on there as well. As she was walking up to the altar, her dress looked amazing as Izuku got a tear running down his eye. As the moment she got up to the altar, she could see Izuku was crying a little bit as she asked him, "Are you alright?" "Yeah, I'm fine, Mia. I'm just really happy. And you're so beautiful as well," Izuku said in happiness, as we cut to All Might literally crying, thinking little Mia's all grown up since the past 10 months of training. As the ceremony went on, as Izuku said his vows, and Mia said her vows as well, as they both give each other the rings to state now they are a married couple. As Izuku and Mia was just walking down the aisle while Izuku was carrying her with his arms bridal style down the walkway as the door was opened, as most of their family and friends were standing there taking photos and smiling. As Izuku and Mia got into the limousine as they drove off. As that day Izuku and Mia got home onto bed, as Izuku found her really attractive to the point he wanted to dive on her and take her for his own, as Mia was thinking the exact same thing, but to their surprise, a black and red moon looking type was into the sky this night, as Momo didn't mind it because she completely forgot about it because of the beautiful wedding dress Mia was wearing, as Mia was wrapping her tail more around Izuku, as Mia tripped Izuku onto the bed, as both their animal instincts decided to kick in at that time, as Mia was starting to ravish Izuku, as Mia decided to strip completely naked to see Izuku's face light up in joy, as Izuku flipped Mia over and started. As that's where we're going to leave the video off now. I know this is the giant ass cliffhanger for the 18 plus. I'm aware of that, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you have, just tell me in the comments section down below if you have enjoyed this. And also, I would like to mention, I'll be back to my schedule of once a week uploading, because I'll be going back to college for the rest of the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.